All right, so if you've been following my little trek through the Return to Fighting games, you know that I am a pad player, and particularly I am a 6-button pad player. However, due to issues I've had with pads being finicky and not working so well, and missed inputs, and the general input reader from Street Fighter 6, I broke down, and today I am going to kind of assemble my first leverless controller. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing up. I'll let you know what I got, why I got it. I'm going to use the adapter that supposedly works on PS5, and we're going to see how easy it is to set it up for someone who's never done it before. So let's start with the controller itself. So I got one of the Haute42 controllers, leverless controllers. This is the G16 that I purchased off of Amazon. You can purchase it a few different places. Comes with an instruction manual right there. Put that aside. A little key puller. USB cable, that is a USB-C to USB-A. And the controller, which you can see how small this thing is. Aw, isn't that cute? Little controller. So I have never used stick. I have never used leverless. Seems decent. I don't think it's gonna be an issue with it being too small for my hands. My hands are fairly decent size. And you can kind of see, like, this is the whole controller. But I don't know. So far, so good. It seems pretty sturdy. All right, so that's just step one. Now we've got to do the install of the firmware. But before that, let's talk a little bit about the peripheral that I'm going to use. So again, ordered this straight from Amazon. This is the Magicboots version 1.1. And supposedly it's for PlayStation 4, but it's supposed to work on PlayStation 5. So we're either going to show how that works or dispel that myth and have to return this thing and figure out another way to connect it to my PS5. But we will do that today. All right, so first things first, let me get my USB cable going. Let's connect this to my computer. It does have two USB-C connections on the pad. One is on the end right there, maybe you can see it, and the other one on the top. So we'll go ahead and use the top for now. And then once we get this all squared away, there is the USB-A pass-through on the side right there. They said these buttons on the top are kind of weird, and they are very wiggly and weird. I will agree with the videos I saw about that. We're gonna be nice and lazy and plug it in right there, and oh, we lit up right away. That's a good sign, I would say. This says it's in X input right now on the little screen. You can see it right there, X input. So I believe that means I should be able to just go ahead and load up a little Street Fighter 6 here, and it should just work. I think I have played Street Fighter on PC as well as PS5, but obviously PS5 is what's used to the locals. And again, I'm just trying to find something that is going to work for both. So hopefully if I get this little pass-through going, this will be a very nice portable little thing. Then it's just me adapting to a leverless controller from pad, which may take some time. Should be good. We're not going to go into a match or anything because I will get pummeled on my first time here. We're just going to test to make sure it works, then we'll do an upgrade on the firmware, and then we're going to try and get the Magicboot to work. Oh, already. Getting used to the up and down. Happy birthday, Chun-Li. Yeah. We're going to have to make a new... Go custom 2. And let's go edit this. I don't know what button that is. Ah, I got lucky on my first shot. Okay. All kinds of stuff popping up there. Can we stop? Can I see what's happening on my screen, you piece of crap? I was just mashing. All right, well, anyway, it's working. There's gonna be a lot of muscle memory to figure out here. It doesn't seem impossible. And it seems very precise. If you're down, you just tap forward. If you're going forward, tap down. If you're running, I don't know what's the better thing to do. I guess you could just mash on it. All right, anyway. This is gonna take some time, but now here's the deal. If I plug this into my PS5, it is not supposed to work right away. So now let's actually go through the steps of fixing that. Support, and let's check for firmware update. We'll do this. Updated whatever. Where do we actually download? This one. Okay. Download that. Put your device into boot cell. Oops, USB mode. Holding the boot button on the back of the home pad, then connect with PC. Oh, I need to poke this with something. It is. I will unplug it because I'm gonna have to get something to poke it anyway. But there's this tiny little thing. I'm looking at it. I can't see. Oh, it's this metal thing right here. Is right next to my finger. There, that metal thing right there, that gold thing. All right, so I gotta poke something in there. Handy dandy mechanical pencil right here. And we need to poke that in. Is it while I do it? Holding the button and then connect to a PC. There we go. And then drag and drop the firmware. Well, I copied it. Into the removable drive. Wait for the device to reset. Congratulations, device is now running the latest firmware. Okay. And it is lit back up, so I guess it's good to go. Now, we're gonna need to go into this web browser. So, we're gonna unplug it again. This time we're gonna hold this start button up here. And go ahead and plug it back in. And we are in Webconfig mode. You can see that on the little screen there. There we go. Webconfig mode. It's even got the little port. So now we're gonna go to this web address. Here. We're gonna do a new tab so we don't lose our instructions. Bam. And then find PS4 mode and enable it. Oh, configuration, add-ons configuration. Configuration. Add-ons configuration. And we find what? PS4 mode. Enable it. PS4 mode. We're going to enable. Please upload the 3 required files. Click verify and save button to use PS4 mode. Private key. Serial number and signature. Here are some inquiries that can help you obtain the key. Oh wait, need to disable PS4 mode. Okay, well in any event, we're going to... This does seem a little sus, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so anyway, so on PS5, I gotta disable the PS4 mode add-on. Enable the pass-through. So, this thing I just did, we're going to disable, and then we're going to enable. Oh, pass-through is enabled. There's a PS4 mode and fight stick. Okay. There we go to settings, maybe? Arcade stick. Okay, so in theory, that should do it. Well, let's take a look at the Magicboots real quick and see if there's something I need to do with this. So, again, it's a little tiny dongle just like that. And we're gonna open this puppy up. And there it is. Am I supposed to update it or anything? Or it just says plug it in. And again, it's going to go into the pass-through port up here. That's in there right there. Oh, now it says PS4 mode. Maybe I was holding the wrong button or something. You can see right there, PS4 mode. Okay, so let's give it a shot on the PS5 and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we are now downstairs with the old PS5 with our brand new Haute42 controller, and we've got the Magicboots 1.1 in there. We're gonna see if it works or if I gotta do a little more magic here. We're gonna plug in. We're gonna take out the wireless dongle from my other controller. And we're gonna hold down the Y button. And we're gonna say a little prayer. Loading up. We got PS4 mode. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, let me do a little research, try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so there's a little save button at the bottom of the page I didn't do, but I'll give you some footage of that so you can see where I messed up. We're gonna try it again. Oh man, I left the little thing upstairs. Okay, back again. Forgot this little guy. Take this guy, pop it into the pass-through, like so. Then we're gonna hold down, as it says right there, it is Y for PS4. So we're gonna hold down the Y. We're gonna plug in to PS5. And it says PS5. I might have to hit the PlayStation button. Okay, we are working. We have our Haute42 working on the PS5. I'm gonna play with it for a bit and see if it kicks me out at 8 minutes, because that's the next thing that can happen with this. I'll let you know how that goes. All right, so here we are. The controller is still connected. I've been playing for like 2 hours. I'll show you the screen here. If I go and I hit the share button, you can see the recording time right here. So that'll tell you right there how long I've been playing with it straight. So definitely the time limit is gone and it is working, and it's pretty inexpensive. I'll do a little breakdown of what the cost is, but certainly cheaper than getting like a fight box or something that already has a PS5 board in it. It is possible, of course, to have some issues down the line. We'll see if that happens. As far as me playing through it, well, I've been doing the combo trials and I've been able to do all the combo trials for Ken, but it's definitely like wrapping your head around the changes. So far though, my impressions of the board, I might get a size up. My hands kind of like cross each other. I'll show you. So unless I'm gonna use my right hand as jump, then my left hand ends up here and my right hand ends up here. So, but overall certainly usable. So it's like learning the shortcuts and stuff. It's gonna be a learning situation. So we'll see. I'll get it eventually, I think. Yeah, so the size is one of my complaints. I'm thinking about getting the larger one, the T16. Also the reset button, it's a tiny little thing, which is not great when you're trying to do practice. There we go. Anyway, you get the idea. So we'll see. My impressions so far of the actual buttons. I like them. I mean, I've never played even with stick buttons before, but they seem totally fine. They seem totally playable. They don't really have any wiggle to them or anything like that. And I'm happy that this little guy worked right here. So now in theory, all I need to do is hit the button for PlayStation when I plug it in, and it should just work. Just like this. So the only thing that I was doing wrong initially that caused it not to work was I wasn't hitting the save button at the bottom there. But yeah, you don't even need to download those authentication files as long as you've got one of these little Magicboot 1v1. We'll see how this goes. It definitely seems cleaner and more reliable. I also think I've got to mess around with my extra buttons here and decide what I'm actually going to do with them. Maybe this one too. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. So we are now entering the world of leverless controllers. Wish me luck. That's going to do it for today. So as always, I'm Pyrus for Pyrus Gaming saying thank you for watching. And until next time, I will see you there.